What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tasia, and today we're gonna have a mukbang slash story time. So today, I went to this place called Taqueria, Soul Bomb. So I don't know if y'all heard of Taqueria, but y'all should. Y'all eat. Um, so I got a pollo tinga burrito. Soul Bomb is like spicy pulled chicken, like rice, beans, sour cream. Um, Cheese, if I said that already, I don't know. All that good stuff in there, toasted. Um, so y'all can really see into the burrito. But also got Mexican street corn, so bomb. Wait, let me take it out so I can see a little better. Tell me that don't look good, y'all. So bomb. So guys, the story time today is gonna be the worst date I ever had. So let's get into it. So this was a person I met at work like 5 years ago or whatever, or 6, something like that. So he had been pressing me. All that time was like, I really want to talk to you, this, that, and the third. Really wasn't interested. But then one moment, I wasn't really messing with nobody and I was single and he was still like pursuing me. So I was like, okay, might as well give it a try. See what it's hitting for. So he asked me, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. That's cool. He had agreed from one moment to, like, I think he said, like, oh, let's go out at, like, 5. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. That's fine. That works for me. Literally, like, 30 minutes before 5 o'clock, hit me, like, oh, can we move it back a little bit? Me trying to be nice. I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. He moved it back an hour. Because he said he wanted to watch his TV show while he eat. Even though you asking me on a date, F your food. You want to take me out. So, me being nice, went along with it, was like, okay, sure, whatever. Like 15 minutes or whatever, 30 minutes before that time, try to move back another hour because he said he had to help his aunt with something around the house. So, at that point, I'm like, okay, you're wasting my time. I'm not even interested anymore. Like, enjoy your night. You enjoy your night. I enjoy my night. It's cool. He's like, no, I still want to take you out. I'm like, okay. From your house to my house is like 17, 18 minutes, whatever. And I put in the GPS and everything. And I was like, if you're not here by whatever time the GPS has set in that moment, I'm not going out. I don't care. He was like, okay, cool. I'm coming. He come right before that time. Like, he wanted brownie points. Like, oh, Tasia, look, I got here 2 minutes before the time you said. Okay, you're still late. Okay? So, me being petty, I made sure to take off, like, all my clothes and everything. So when he got there, now you're going to wait 15, 20 minutes while I get dressed. Come outside, whatever. He said he want to take me to Sky Zone. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, Sky Zone. I actually still haven't ever been there. So he was like, oh, that's why I want to take you. I'm like, okay, cool, sure, whatever, let's go. Get to Sky Zone. This was in, like, prime time COVID, when everything was, like, max capacity, like, half, like, you know what I'm talking about. So when we get there, they're like, oh, yeah, we already reached our capacity. So I'm pissed off and over it, like, wasting my time. I could have been at home chilling, watching a movie in my pajamas. So he's like, oh, like, you want to eat or something? Because there's food around here. I'm like, I'm always down to eat. So I'm like, oh, yeah, cool, sure, whatever. Let's get something to eat. He take me to Red Lobster. Red Lobster was, like, the nearest thing. Get to Red Lobster. He wanted to smoke beforehand. I was like, nah, cool. I don't really want to smoke right now. I'm going to the restaurant. The waiter was somebody I knew. Not like knew, but I knew him because me and him went to school together and I was like familiar with him or whatever. And anybody that know me when I date, I like to be low key. I don't want nobody knowing who I'm messing with, especially first date. I don't want nobody knowing my business. So that was already awkward. But I'm like, oh hey, cool, cool, cool. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Mind you, he's geeked because I told y'all he smoked before. So dude is geeked. So he like slouching, he leaned back, whatever, like just real like starting to turn me off. I'm like, ew, like sit up. So he's telling me like, oh, come close, or whatever. And it's like, ew, no, we at a restaurant. I'm about to be just laid up with you. Be for real. So then after that, he keep on talking about he want a chocolate cake. It's like, bro, relax. It's never that deep. So the waiter come back over. He's like, oh, what can I get for y'all? Like to eat or whatever. He ordered, and the first thing was what he was just talking about, the chocolate cake. And the guy was like you want an appetizer, you know, something, maybe even your entree for the chocolate cake. That's crazy. Anyway, so he finally ordered his food or whatever. Still made sure to order that chocolate cake because he was fiending for chocolate cake. He made that very known. So he get his food or whatever. The drink come out. We both got ourselves like a strawberry lemonade or whatever. I take my sip, put it down on the coaster. This dude was like, oh, you smart. I'm like, sir, smart? What are you talking about? Like, I just put it down on the coaster. He's like, oh, like, I didn't know what that was. I thought it was just advertisement because it said, like, Red Lobster and it had, like, the food underneath. I was like, clearly you don't get out, but whatever. Cool, 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 whatever. I'm chilling. He reaches for his drink. Y'all, take the drink, misses his mouth completely. Literally. Spills it all down his shirt. Y'all, anybody that know me, know when I'm in like an awkward position or somebody embarrasses himself, I don't know what to say or to do. So it's just like I'm quiet because I don't want to laugh to make you feel uncomfortable. You know, I don't want you to feel even worse than what you probably already do. So I stay quiet or whatever. And he's like, yo, I'm so embarrassed. And I'm thinking in my head, like, I would be too. You just wasted half the drink. That's crazy. So he like zips up his jacket or whatever, trying to cover it. I'm like just so turned off at this point. He's still trying to get me to come closer to him. And it's like, dude, you just spilled the whole drink over you. At this point, I'm really turned off. You already was mad late. You spilling the drink. And I don't know if I said this to y'all first. Oh, no, I did. I knew him for a while. We worked together. And we was like friends outside. So I was really trying. And you can tell in this story, y'all. I was really, really trying. Because it was somebody that I was friends with. And I didn't want to mess that up. So I was willing to really give it a try. You live and you learn. So he's still trying to get me to get close. I'm like, bruh, chill, whatever, whatever. So date over. Mind you, he's like talking crazy the whole date. Like conversation was not really hitting. It wasn't really too much to talk about. And clearly he should have just stayed my friend. Because the conversation during the date was not given. So then after that, he was like, oh, you want to go chill at my house after? And mind you, I used to hang out with him all the time at his house and just chill or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool, sure. Go to his house. We watching a movie or something on the TV. So he's like talking and he randomly tells me that, oh, like a movie that he really rocks with or like vibes with, something like that. He said it was Split. I don't know if y'all know that movie, but Split is somebody with multiple personalities and he just flipping. One day he a woman, one day it's a little kid, one day it's all over the place. And when he told me that, I'm scared. Like, why would you tell me that? Now I'm real scared. So I like stay real calm, and I like at this point it's kind of like, oh, okay. So I kind of like get close to the one side. He had wanted to like cuddle or whatever, and I'm like, no, like I'm not a big cuddler. Like if I'm about to fall asleep or whatever, I'm not really into that. Cause by this time y'all was really late, and originally I didn't have an issue with spending the night because I was like, I knew him for so long, and I chill at his house all the time as friends, so I didn't think it would be an issue as a first date, but clearly I was wrong. So by that point I'm kind of turned off, and I'm like, no, I don't really like to cuddle, but the color. And he's like, oh, okay, dad. Fast forward to the morning. So it's the morning, y'all. Y'all don't judge the way I eat. I'm about to eat this corn. So then wake up in the morning. It's like 6:37. I don't remember. Something like that. I'm ready to go. Like, I was really already turned off. I'm ready to go. So I'm like tapping him or whatever, but he not waking up. So I'm like, okay, like, I guess I'll just chill for a little longer. Another hour goes by. I'm like, okay, no, at this point, like, I really want to go home. I'm ready to go to bed. So I really, like, shake him. So he finally wake up. He like, oh, and I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go. Like, can you take me home? And he's like, oh, Dad, what time is it? And I'm like, sir, what time is it? Why does it matter? Take me home. So he jumps up, get dressed or whatever, and he runs out the door. I'm like, sir, what are you doing? Take me home. Did you not hear what I just said? So he come back or whatever. He's like, oh, Tasia, my aunt is in the middle of making me some breakfast. Let me eat that real quick, and then we can go. Sir, did you hear what I just said? I said, can we go? I'm ready to go. This date has been more than a few hours. I done spent the night. I'm ready to go. So he's like, no, like, gotta go eat this food real quick. And he's like, oh, get on this side of the bed. Get on this side of the bed. I'm like, I gotta get to the other side of the bed. What are you talking about, sir? And he's like, oh, because when I open the door, like, I don't want my aunt to see. Hold up. Like, you can't have company? You're grown. And at this person in particular was like a year or so or two older than me. Bro, that's our problem. If you cannot have guests, do not invite me. I'm too grown to be sneaking around. That's crazy to me. So he like, go to this side of the bed. I'm like, bro, just stop playing. Like, at this point, I'm about to walk out there myself, and you deal with the consequences, because that's your aunt. That ain't my aunt. I can leave. I can walk out the door. Call my Uber. So he run out there, try to eat his food real quick. Come back in his room. I'm like, oh, like, you ready to go now? Like, what you think? I've been ready to go. Let's go. So we go out the door. He's running. I'm like, why is this dude running? Like, because I'm not running. I'm not. You get caught, that's your auntie. That ain't my auntie. I'm grown. I'm going home. You get in trouble, that's on you. I don't care. So he's like running down the stairs. So then I look. He has his cousin blocking like this, standing in front of the staircase to the basement. This dude went to go get his cousin to cover so his aunt couldn't see us walking out the door. Mind you, he laughing like this a game. Dude, this is not no game. What is this? Like, now I'm turned off altogether. This way, I'm over it. I'm so over it. He get in the car laughing like, oh, whoa, like, we made it through that. That was crazy. Anybody know me? Know when I'm pissed off, I'm not talking to you no more. I'm quiet, dead silence. I'm not talking because I'm mad. So whole ride, I'm just quiet. Like, yo, God, just get me home. Let's just wrap this night up. So he's still chatting, kikiing, talking about whatever, like how fun it was. Yo, I don't know what date he was on. I really don't know. Like, a part of me is very confused. I don't question it anymore because I'm in a relationship. But back then, I definitely had moments past and was like, yo, what date did we have? Me and him must have been on 2 different dates because when he really said at the end, like, he had so much fun. Like, he's dropping me off to talking about it was so much fun. We got to do this again. Do this again. I was like, dude, we're not doing this again. This is the last time. I gave you a chance. You've been pressing me for years. I finally entertain it. And this is what you bring me. Like, y'all, that was really chaotic. Like, dude really made me push back the date. I mean, not the date. Push back the time for the date. Then pick me up. Have us not even be able to do what we planned on doing, what I agreed on doing. We couldn't even do that. Then you take me somewhere and you make a whole fool of yourself, embarrass yourself, and low-key embarrass me because you seen with me. And let's still not forget, y'all, I told y'all I knew the waiters. So I left mad embarrassed. Like, this dude really know me. That's embarrassing, y'all. That's so embarrassing. To this day, it still gets me. Then we get to your house, and you talking about split? Like, and then clearly, when you tried to initiate a cuddle, the first thing I said was, like, oh, I'm not a cuddling person. Like, be for real. Be for real. I'm definitely a cuddler. But y'all, at that point, I had to stay calm. You know you can't trigger crazy people. And I didn't know in that moment was he crazy. Because I'm like, dang, I only saw the friend side of you. Is this the dating side? Because if this is, I don't want it. Because you talking about split and all this other stuff. Now I got to stay calm and act like I ain't hear what you said. But I did hear what you said. And now I'm low-key scared. But to protect myself and my life, I'm going to stay calm. And then you got your auntie. You got me sneaking around like we in high school. And really had the audacity, y'all, at the end of the night to say, we got to do this again. With a straight face, too, y'all. He was dead serious. That's crazy to me. But, y'all, that was my worst date experience. Like, it was really bad. It kind of traumatized me for a while. I feel like after that, I really was like, okay, I can't just be nice and be like, oh, well, he's a nice guy. I knew him for a little while. No. If we not feeling each other beforehand, and I ain't wasting no time. Yeah, y'all. Crazy, y'all. And that was really the worst date. But y'all, that's the end of my story time. And I'm starting to get full. So, catch me guys in the next video. Might be a story time, might be whatever, but y'all stay tuned. Bye.